to my new vlog. My goodness, November's almost over. I have this week been working in London a bit. So in this video, I'm going to intersperse some of my experiences in London. I think like I just showed you with things I'm doing in my house and some stuff that I'm interested in. It's an exciting week for me because I am finally finishing off one of my loft rooms. If you know my channel, back in like the beginning of the year, I decorated my two loft rooms because they were really horrendous. The decor was awful. One of those rooms is coming up to being sort of semi-finished. There are other things I would like to buy for it, but I don't know if I can afford it right now, and that's okay. When I show you what I have done, I think you'll agree the transformation is amazing. So that's really exciting, and it's making me feel good, and I feel it's also making it easier for my family to come and visit me at some point because they'll be able to stay there. Anyway, yada yada yada. I am, first of all, in London this week. I was in Covent Garden, and I saw a sign about the movie Wicked. So let me just show you what I actually saw. It's only in London would you see something like this. Isn't this awesome? I was just walking past, I'm in Covent Garden, and there are some Wicked props inside. This is great, I'm going to go inside. Well friends, I'm so excited because I'm in Covent Garden and they have on display some props. I think they're screen used props from the movie Wicked. So I'll just close in. I think they have Linda's bubble wand. Wow, it's beautiful. I love pink and green, I'm in my element. Oh, and there's the tip, it's beautiful. So it says here, Linda's bubble wand, okay. Right, and then I think we have the grimoire here. Is this probably Elphaba's grimoire? Sadly, I've not seen the movies yet, but I'm very much wanting to see them. That's just thrilling. Okay, I'll stand back a bit more, and then here is Elphaba's broom. Sorry, very bad shot. But if we go down here, that is Elphaba's actual broom. Wow, that's amazing. Oh gosh, I'll try and go back and take it all in. There's lovely Elphaba and beautiful Glinda. And indeed it says down here, original props from the movie Wicked. Please do not touch. Don't worry, I won't. Wow, what a privilege seeing these. Okay, let's hope some magic can come into all of our lives soon. I'm squished back to try and get Glinda and Elphaba in equally, but there isn't really, it's more like one or the other. But anyway, wow, didn't expect that today. Whenever you go through London, you see something you weren't expecting. Okay, now another thing this week, which of course many of you will know, is it's the last season of Stranger Things coming out. Now I didn't plan it, but I just realised I've put on a kind of red outfit. So when I was in London again, I came across a kind of Stranger Things exhibit. It was really weird, so I will put that in now. Well friends, if you're not a fan of Stranger Things, then what I'd say is it's a horror TV show, very popular, but it may not be your kind of thing, and it's set in the fictional town of Hawkins, Indiana, which seems normal on the outside, but is actually also the portal to a sort of hellish netherworld called the Upside Down, in which it's an inversion of the real Hawkins, but everything's very dark and coloured red, and it's like as if the real Hawkins was sort of in hell, and it's lorded over by this evil monster called Vecna, and it's the story is many-stranded, and I can't really explain it all. I'd need to look back at the first seasons again, which were brilliant. And so this shop was doing a Stranger Things collection, but it was the closest that I would get to being in a Stranger Things world. So the red lighting, that's why I mentioned my red outfit, was very moody, and I didn't buy any of the clothes, but they look really cool. And the payphone and the Super Mario Brothers video game, Stranger Things, is set in the 1980s. So these retro things were a part of that world, and that's why it was special to me to see it. I think that as far as I understand it, people thought Stranger Things was going to be dropping last night at a reasonable time in the UK, but actually apparently it came out on Netflix at about 1 o'clock in the morning, which of course for some people would be too late for work. Tonight, I am planning to sit down once it gets dark and watch Stranger Things and tell you briefly what I think of it. I've got some Stranger Things snacks and things I want to show you and to try, so that should be nice. So yeah, that was kind of like my next thing that for me this week is kind of big. Yeah, okay. When I saw the last Stranger Things, I was in my old house, and I think my mum was still alive for some of it, and it's just a different world away. And I'm grateful that I had that world. But in a way tonight, seeing Stranger Things will be a little bit bittersweet because it points up in a sense how much life has changed. And of course, life has to change, and I'm very fortunate and all the rest of it, but I'm quite a sentimental person, so a part of me still kind of thinks back, gosh, when Stranger Things came out, all this was the case. Yeah, anyway. Hello, Cookie. Well, on the right hand side of Cookie, facing him, there is here a new, well, not new, a bookcase. One of my neighbors didn't want this anymore, and I grabbed it. The bookcase beside it is really falling to bits, and I need actually a whole new nice bookcase here, but I don't think I can afford it right now, so I was really pleased to see this one available for nothing. So I will see, I've given it a wipe down, so I will see how many books I can get in here, and then hopefully that will do for the time being and house a few more of my books. So let's see. Hello again, friends. Well, here is my bookcase a few days later. I'll just turn around and show you. It's no big deal, but I was pleased with it. So here we go. Yes, I've completely filled up. It's probably a DVD case, this bookcase actually. And I have a lot of DVDs, but it was books I needed to place. I must say I'm very happy with the way, with the loft room, and I've taken everything out of that bookcase there, and I'm going to make that a dedicated area for a certain type of books. So that's all happening. And then at the top, in honour of Wicked, I've got a, yes, in honour of my the movie Wicked and seeing that exhibition, which was so cute, I put a picture from The Wizard of Oz up here, of the first Wizard of Oz, with Billy Burke and Judy Garland. And here is a painting of the moon my sister did some years ago, and my dad, and just some other things. As I say, I would really like to get a very elegant, like glass-fronted bookcase here, maybe like an antique one. But at the moment, what I can afford is this. And it's what I have, and it is holding a lot of my books, and that's great. I have some wonderful books. And yeah, so thank you to that neighbour for getting rid of this and letting me have it. And now I will just get on with the day. Maybe a snack or something, that'd be nice. Yes, it is time. Is there ever not time for a cup of tea? I don't know. Oh, very nice. I've still got my autumn teapot, of course, but I have found a Christmas mug, sort of gingerbread mug. I actually had two gingerbread mugs, but one of them got broken in the move, which obviously is just, typical. Obviously, some things get broken. I don't know if you're a fan of my channel, you might remember a few weeks ago I tried out some to-go bags from Greggs and Morrison's and stuff. Well, I succumbed to temptation and ordered another Greggs to-go bag, and they actually gave me no sandwiches, which was what I was hoping for. And I got an awful lot of these triple chocolate cookies and some buns, which were nice. And I'm working in London this week, so they will fill me up, but not very healthy. But they do look like a nice cookie, so I think now I'll have a wee bit, yeah. Yeah, I've never had one of these cookies before. I think to me they're quite expensive when you see them in Greggs, and so I got this to-go bag was $2.99, and I got Lottie's. I'll try a bit. They're a little bit chewy. They're not completely crisp. I'm sure they're full of butter and not good for you, but I've done a lot this morning. I've kind of been on the run, so that's very nice. So yeah. Oh, a sip of tea. Yes, I like gingerbread things. I wouldn't go mad for gingerbread things. You know, I am, as I'm sure you know, if you know me, I like shopping, and I do like buying things, especially seasonal things. But one interesting thing I've noticed is that I've been in quite a lot of shops and stuff, you know, over the last week of being in London, and I've really not wanted to buy any like Christmas mugs or stuff. Now hang on, maybe there were a few things I wanted. I did get a few things this week. For example, I got an advent candle, which I will show you briefly. If you know my channel, you'll know I bought this horrendously awful Halloween countdown calendar. Absolute rubbish. So I may just show you the advent candle and have it lit once, but I'm not going to keep, you know, going on about my advent candle. That's just for me. But it was very nice. I went into Sawstern Green and I got an advent calendar, a candle there. And I got a few other things too, but no, very little really. I mean, I think I went to London and I spent about 27 or 30 pounds, which is, you know, still 30 pounds is 30 pounds. But I mean, considering the kind of stuff in London, I'm surprised that I didn't want to buy more like Christmas mugs and stuff. And, you know, maybe by Christmas I will have bought a few things, but I think that's good. You know, there are nice things, but I have a lot of stuff and I don't really need a lot more. So I thought that was an encouraging sign, not to be wanting to buy everything. So I'm going to have my tea now and I will come back to you in a little bit. Okay. Although it's been a busy week, I notice I've kept going with my knitting and my crafts. Last week I showed you I was in the middle of knitting this little orange Halloween pouch, and I finished it now, and I made a sort of dark navy I-cord for the string. So that was all nice, and I've taken out some other bits of knitting that I kind of half finished before I moved here, and I'm trying to get those finished now. So when I do finish them, I'll give you a quick look, and that's really nice. In fact, there may be one other one. Hang on. Yes, hi guys. This one I don't think I showed you last week, but yeah, I did this when I was staying with my neighbour Sylvia, and I finished it. I put an I-cord on it, and I also put some funny little sequins on it. So I found my sequins recently too, so now there'll be no stopping me. I like to sequin things. So yeah, it's carried on with the craft this week, and that's been good. Hello friends, well there's some sunlight beaming through my little window there. I'm in my loft room. If you're a fan of this channel, you might remember I painted this room cream and yellow at the beginning of the year. It was a really horrendous shade of red, and we still have this horrible red carpet. I ordered a new floor from Tappy back like months ago, and then because I thought I was going to have some other things done to the house, I put off having the floor laid, but next week it will be laid. And I'll be very grateful to see the back of this red carpet, which I really find obnoxious. I've cleared a lot of stuff out of this room, but not everything. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to having it looking nice and getting rid of some more stuff. I've still got this horrendous big TV here. It's, I think I'm going to have to get an electrician to come in and unscrew it into bits and take it to the dump. I just don't think I don't see how anyone can take that down the stairs, really. It's just not safe. So another job to be done, but I will be grateful to get this room kind of looking a bit more shipshape. Okay. Well, friends, the builders have just left and the red carpet is gone. And this room is a lot more echoey. But my goodness, what a difference not having that terrible red carpet. Oh, it was horrible. And they've moved this bookcase so that I can open up this cupboard. And that's amazing. This has got a lot of damage to it. Don't understand what's going on there, but however, the floor, it looks lovely. And then if I look up here, I've still got my horrendous big TV, which needs to go, and my desk, but the red carpet is gone. Plus, they've shown me how I I can open up the window to clean it, which I've never felt confident doing. So I'll just try and do that now. Just a second. Okay, that one's worked. The other one I've had difficulty opening actually, but this one has opened up. I think I can pull it all the way around, which is amazing. See, it's covered with bird poo. So there you go. I can clean that now. Fabulous. Okay, bird poo be gone. If I turn around, I clean that window. That's got to be good. That's got to be good. That bird poo's gone now. And I may try now go to the second-hand shops to get a nice single bed for in here. And maybe one of my nephews or niece could stay here. So hooray, that's a big result today. Hello friends, well yes, getting that floor done was amazing. It was quite late in the day when the guys left and I cleaned off the bird poo from the windows, and a sensible person would have just said, let's not go and choose a bed from the charity shop today. But I wasn't that sensible person. So here I went on a bit of a walk to the charity shop in near where I live. Well, it wasn't actually near, it was a long walk. And I did manage to get a second-hand bed. I've ordered a new mattress. I didn't want to get a second-hand mattress. So there's that little walk. And then today I'm waiting for my new mattress to be delivered. And tomorrow the bed's being delivered. So that will be another bit of this video. I'm going to try and dress up that room a little bit so that it looks as nice as possible. As I said, there's other things I'd like to buy too, but I'll have to wait. But anyway, here's that little walk to the charity shop, which was really nice. Little patch of mushrooms here. Toadstools. I really wanted to go on some nature walks this autumn. Sorry about the noise, didn't have time, but at least I've seen a few mushrooms. Really nice display of snowmen here. And a lovely dog out there. And a Santa. Okay. Hello, Cookie. You helping me do some craft and knitting? Looking after my handbag? You look very comfortable. Oh, it's a lovely pussycat. You're a good boy. Now you're ignoring me. Okay. I've been thinking a bit about my YouTube journey and how, by the way, if you're someone who has ever watched my videos, actually, I haven't even introduced myself. My name's Kate. I am a horror movie actress, and I do other kinds of acting as well. But I've moved to this house in Essex, and so I'm a bit further out of London now. I have still done film acting this year. I've got a movie coming out called Love Lattes and the Christmas Lights, my first Christmas movie in which I play a character called Meryl, and I've done some other bits this year as well. But my cat Cookie has diabetes, so he needs injections now, and I've really been in chaos in this house and have been trying to sort it out. So acting has taken a bit of a back seat this year, though I want to get back into it as soon as possible. Yeah, so I've been thinking about my YouTube journey. I've been trying this year to get my YouTube channel going. It's been slow. As I said, if you are someone who's watched one of my videos or put like or subscribed, I thank you so much. It means so much. I found YouTube to be a kind of a slow journey. I found it quite hard to, the truth is it's so competitive. So many people are putting out videos every day. I kind of think maybe if I'd started YouTube 15 years ago, it might have been easier, but then, maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't have been ready or whatever. I really do enjoy it. I love being creative. I love putting together a video, and I feel that I have good information to give. I have insights to say that are valuable for some people. I used to work in a shop, Marks and Spencer, and I would say a shop is a kind of collection of people who have the same taste. That's the shop. If those people don't have the same taste and they don't go into that shop, the shop won't survive. But that group of people like what the shop sells and they go to it. So if enough of a group of people like a YouTube channel, including mine, then it grows and it gets views and the YouTube algorithm pushes it out. So I'm someone who's a bit of a hippie. I do believe there's a reason for things. I believe there's some fate involved. You have to put in work. You have to give effort. But then, at the end of the day, if something's meant for you, as my grandma would say, what's for you won't go by you. You'll get it. And I am hoping that my YouTube gets more views and takes off a bit, but even so, I'm enjoying it. And as I say, I feel I have good things to say to the right kind of people. So I shall keep going with it. Okay. Just thrilled to be in Covent Garden, seeing this beautiful big tree. Oh, it's wonderful. Getting a bit closer now.
One last thing to do then. That filming other people's children is a bit weird. Very friendly. You don't have to be concerned. His name's Killer.
Liza Doolittle's flower cart.
Should be good. Before the finale begins, about that bit,
it's lovely.
Just try and do it all at the same time. We're going to have to take one step to wait for it. One step to me.
I really love this shop. Well, friends, this is one of my favourite shops in the world, Pollock's Toy Shop. I had heard of it in a child's book I had when I was a little girl called Dancer in the Wings, and it's a very old toy shop founded by Benjamin Pollock, and what it's most famous for is its beautiful retro toys and also the toy theatres. They have models of beautiful old toy theatres from every kind of country in the world where they do have proscenium arch theatres, and here's the hallway. And they have these beautiful cabinets of retro, very kind of slightly sometimes macabre looking toys, but it's very old fashioned and you feel like you're in a Charles Dickens shop. It's pure Victoriana to me. And there's some Alice in Wonderland ornaments there. But whenever you go into Pollock's, there's always something amazing, and it's slightly weird and fascinating and often very aesthetically beautiful stuff. And I love Pollock's, and every year I do buy a couple of things at Christmas time if I can possibly get there. I think even in the pandemic, they were only open like a couple of hours a week, and I did manage to come in and get one or two things. I think I did. There's lovely Christmas decorations every year, and here's some amazing puppets of a wizard and a witch. I mean, you'll probably never see those again. There are these lovely puppets hanging up. That one on the right was £175. Those clown puppets there, the kind of Pulcinello puppets. So it's amazing. I wouldn't buy anything like that. I obviously couldn't afford it, but there's lovely nutcrackers, and I think if I look up here, yeah, there's more toy theatres inside another toy theatre. Oh, I just love Pollock's. There's nothing like being in London. Here I am in Tottenham Court Road, and it's a beautiful day. Just taking in the vibes. The outer net. Shakespeare's Head. So Carnaby Street in the daytime. There's the Christmas lights, and then later on when it's dark, I'm going to compare it. Okay, on to work. So now it's evening. It's Carnaby Street again. So pretty. I'm a bit nervous because I've just met a lady whose phone was stolen. I so much want to take a picture of the lights. I'll just get the Carnaby Street sign and that's it. Here's a cute little street called Lowndes Court, just off Carnaby Street. It's really cute. And there's Carnaby Street, home of the 60s fashions. It's been so nice today to be somewhere very trendy. Yay. Wow. This is London. Double-decker buses and the angels. today I'm also waiting for that mattress that I ordered to be delivered. I also ordered a new single sheet to go on the bed, which is lovely, but because I don't have a doorbell, I'm kind of nervous of going away from the front of the house in case the Amazon people try to deliver the mattress and I'm not here. They're delivering the bed tomorrow, so I really want it all to be received safely and to get that moving. So yeah, I was supposed to be working today, but actually it was cancelled, so it was kind of good because then I was able to order the mattress. It's funny, I mean, I suppose when you move into a house and you arrange something like this, although I'm spending money on these things, then I wouldn't hopefully have to spend it again. I mean, once you get out of a room with the furniture it needs, unless you have a drastic change of plan, then I guess that's it. Once you won't have to buy it again. I noticed, there was one interesting thing. I had a kind of idea of having a sort of King Arthur themed rug up in that loft room. And when I went up there today, I even found some I quite liked on eBay, and they weren't too expensive. I realized that they would be totally wrong there. In my head, I thought of the loft room as being a lot bigger than it actually is. So maybe I'll get a little King Arthur rug or something, but yeah, thank goodness I didn't actually just click buy. So anyway, let's get on. Great. I'm still here. I kind of thought maybe they were about to deliver the thing, but they didn't. I think with the snacks I'm going to have for my Stranger Things evening tonight and those cookies, it will not be a healthy day. So tomorrow I'll have to make up for it. I can do. I must say I'm kind of liking my red outfit. I'm someone who I like autumnal colours, I like the dark colours, but I'm really someone that's kind of pink and flowery. So in a way, summer is my time. Once years ago, I was working in shops and I wanted to get secretarial training, so I went to this college called Lucy Clayton, and I did a media secretarial course, and someone did colour analysis on us. They did all kinds of Yes, at Lucy Clayton, they did all kinds of things. But anyway, they analysed my colours, and they said I have winter skin and summer eyes because I have green and hazel eyes. So they said that meant I could wear a lot of colours. So I think that's true, actually. I enjoyed Lucy Clayton. It used to be a kind of very posh finishing school. So yeah, that was very interesting to go there. It wasn't a finishing school when I was there. It was very practical. But I learned to use the computer, and I learned to I just learned very useful stuff which were invaluable to me as an actor. I mean, at the time I was hoping to be a temporary secretary so that would be my kind of day job when I wasn't acting. It didn't really work out that way. But still, it was a fantastic course, and I've got summer eyes and winter skin. Okay guys, well, I'm about to watch Stranger Things. I'll just quickly show you my Stranger Things snacks. Because I got these for the occasion. Here I've got the Stranger Things Doritos. There's 11 on the packet. Tangy cheese. I've also got 2 types of fruit rollers called Code Red and Black Vines, which look hopefully maybe they're a bit healthier. So here I've got them. These are the fruit rollers in the packs, and these are my Doritos. And then this is just ordinary guacamole and ordinary salsa. I don't know if they did Stranger Things dips of these type, but there was none left. Anyway, I have got the Stranger Things, this is quite scary looking, black garlic dip. And look at this. That looks terrifying. So yeah. Tastes nice actually. I've just had a bit. Okay. I also have a big glass of squash because I think I'm going to get very thirsty after all these Doritos. Anyway, it is so amazing to be watching Stranger Things. Finally, today it was B&M stores, I got this food. There was another lady asking about the Stranger Things food, and the assistant thought that there wasn't any left, and I told her where I'd got these yesterday. So I'm not the only person trying to get the Stranger Things snacks. And I'm just going to watch the first episode, and I will come back to you afterwards. Okay, hooray. I'm just watching the second episode and it's absolutely awesome. Wow. It's amazing. I so wish I could be in something like this. Wow. Ah. Well, I watched the first 2 episodes. They were amazing. I think to pace myself, I will probably go to bed now. Watch the other 2 tomorrow. And let's see. My Fruit Loops were good. They were a bit more sugary than I thought. They weren't really very fruity, but I think apparently the next volume of Stranger Things will be out after Christmas. So I will save them for that watching, just for tradition. And then also there's a new the last volume is kind of in a new year, so I will have some then. So it's been an absolutely amazing night. I'll see you in the morning. Hello friends, well I lied, it is not the next day, it's the end, it's like several days later and I still not watched the other 2 episodes of Stranger Things. I'm going to watch them tonight, I'm sure they'll be super, I'll stop going on about it. I'm going to turn around and show you my bed from the charity shop. So here's my little bed that I bought, it's not very big, please ignore that horrible laminate there. Anyway, I'm going to just quickly make up the bed and show you how it looks when it's finished, and I'm going to try and bring up a bedside table that I have that will be nice there too, and hopefully this will be better. Okay, right. Okay friends, well I've now made up the bed. Got some Laura Ashley bed linen on there and my pillow with the bows. I don't know if that's the best pillow, but it's okay for today. And that's nice. I'll try and get the bedside table now. Lord help us. Well, hello friends. I did manage to get that bedside table up to this loft room. I don't know that it actually goes with the bed at all, but I think it's okay. I've also stolen a lamp from downstairs to put here now. And I'll just show you one little thing. Here we have a little vase of fake roses. Those were used as a prop in a stage play I was in called Lord Arthur Saville's Crime by Oscar Wilde. And there, those were a prop that was on the stage, and I took them home afterwards. I don't think the people minded, they weren't going to use them again. But anyway, that's this room, and I really would like to keep it nice and clear. I don't want to put lots of junk back in here. So it's a work in progress. I think someone could stay here now. I want to get a little mat for beside the bed at least. But it's a lot better than that dreadful red carpet and all the junk that was here. Here on a chair, you can see this blanket. Funnily enough, I knitted this blanket a number of years ago in my old house, but I didn't have a yellow room, so maybe this room was sort of waiting. But anyway, that's maybe as far as I'll get today, so voila. Well friends, as often with my videos, I really don't know where this one is going to go. Sometimes in the summer more like I would go on a particular outing and I could sort of see that the ending would come along, but with these videos I'm never quite sure how much to put in or leave out, so if I don't come up with a better ending, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're looking forward to December as much as me, and I will see you in my next video when I will do some Christmas decorating like everyone else, and I'll tell you what I've been up to. So I will see you next week. Thank you for joining me.